Okay, you amazing, amazing humans. Happy Thursday, Pat. Good to see you. Good to see you this morning. Hello, everybody. All right, all right. Well, we are getting closer to Christmas, and for all you procrastinators in the world, it's going to happen with or without us. So you better get going. You better get going. So I always love that time of year to aggravate everybody. So, all right, the word for today, Miss Cagle, you were speaking to me. Woo! Concise. Concise. Oh boy. After doing this, I said, this could potentially be my word for the year. Concise. If you look at the definition of concise, concise means expressing a lot of information clearly in just a few words. It's being brief without leaving out what matters. Now, the 50-year-old version of Brent Palmer. We're going to talk about that today. Just because, and maybe instead of you judging me, you think about yourself this morning, okay? I'm going to judge myself enough, okay? So, on concise, it's not about rushing or being harsh. It's about clarity. Like people understand my message quickly and accurately. It's about respect. Like you show your value. You show that you value others' time, right? You're not holding their attention and their energy for 7 hours to get something out, to get a message out. It's about confidence. It's about you know what you want to say and you say it directly. So I'm going to go to our company. Someone that is very concise is one of our owners, John Wadsworth. He listens a lot. He says what he has to say, and then he removes himself. You ever notice that? Watch him at a PXP. He's not up there for hours. He's up there for a concise moment of time. He never goes over. He's concise, and off the stage he goes. And I thought about him this morning, giving him kudos because the older I get, the longer winded I get. And I'm just being honest, running over myself on the school bus this morning, okay? Because sometimes I hear myself and Arlene, I'll be sitting around a table and I'm telling somebody about Partner Co. and I'm talking and 30 minutes later I'm like, I'm still trying to get to the end of the road, right? I know I'm going long-winded. I know I'm not being concise. But it's all this pin up things that I want to share when in this world, people's already left the building, Brent. You might have had some of the most important things ever to share, Pat. But guess what? They're gone. They gone. They didn't even understand. So the word concise is so important for me. In conversation, in text, in presentations, concise communication, it reduces confusion. It limits you being overwhelmed and it helps everybody know what you want to do next. Like get them from point A to B in the conversation, Brent, before you lose them. And so my challenge to myself today is maybe it's a phone call today. I'm having a phone call with someone in my business and I have something to say. Just be concise. Don't go on and on and on and on, Brent. Okay, I'm pointing to myself. I like got all the fingers coming at me this morning. And maybe you can look at your life and you go, am I that person? Have I kind of drifted? And my stories go on and on and on and on. Enos Arlene is a concise human. I think about Enos. I had breakfast with Enos. He listens. He says what he wants to say, and then he's very concise. That Enos is Arlene's husband. Okay? An amazing man. So my question to all of us this morning is, could we use a little more conciseness in our life personally, whether we're on a phone, we're in a presentation, we're sharing our story, we're having a conversation with somebody. Hey, Enos, good to see you, buddy. And I believe conciseness, like being more concise, I should say, is the key to building a bigger community. Okay. So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you. But before I do, I want to say good morning to Dale Diffie. Dale, make sure you're drinking a lot of water there in Colorado Springs. I've already talked to Sheila about this. Okay. Us Southern people, we got to put some water down us when we go up north. So, all right, I'll turn it to Andrea Rosser. Andrea, this was a good word.
Well, all I can picture is Miss Leona going, okay, guys, Andrea and Coach really need this word because all I can think about is how many times do I talk to somebody and I'm like, sorry, I think that story went a little long. Sorry, I think I lost you in there because I am pretty wordy. I don't know if you guys know about this. I am pretty wordy, so I'm going to work on being more concise. This might need to be my word of the year as well, but we're going to work on that. So, being concise is not about being short with people. It's
Just a
about,
little note, careful on everybody nodding their head right now. Okay. So if Andrea is talking, you're like, okay, be careful with your eye contact and your head movement. Okay, just saying. I just wanted
yeah,
to kind
yeah,
of
be careful, be careful, be kind, because being concise is kind and clear at the same time. And we just remove the extra noise so that the important stuff can shine, right? So I just picture my sister when we go to the doctor's appointment, and I'm like, let's just cut that down a little bit. We're just going to focus on the three things instead of all the feelings we have around the three things. And now I'm sitting here going, okay, Andrea. Listen to your own advice. So, concise communication is kindness to everyone's time, including your own. So, what I looked into was okay, this is a lesson that I need. How can I be more concise? So, first of all, start with the point. My toes. Joe, you said, where is the like hurt toe emoji? I need this. I like to start, I don't even know where the point is when I start a story. And then there might be some swirls around it, and then we're going to end at the point. So if we're going to be more concise, we're going to say the main idea in one sentence in the beginning without adding additional detail. And then we can fill in what we need after that. But start with the point. Number two is to shorten your message. So before I hit send, has anybody else gotten a novel from Andrea? You don't have to tell us, but you probably have, where I'm like, hey, how are you? I hope you're fantastic. How are the kids? Blah, 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 blah. And then I get to the point. So before we hit send, delete a few extra words that aren't going to change the meaning so that people don't have to read a novel to get to what we're trying to say. Three is to know your goal. So we can ask ourselves, what do I actually want to communicate right here? What do I actually want them to know, to feel, to do? And then only serve or only say what serves that goal. Four is to sweep out the fillers. Ooh, anybody else grow up in like the 80s, 90s, and you like to throw a little like in there? Like, oh my gosh, like for sure. I grew up in the Valley. What can I say? So we had a little bit of Valley Girl in there, and we can have those filler words where we say kind of, basically, I was just thinking that all these little filler words that we can usually get rid of if we're being more concise. Next five is to use bullet points. So when you have multiple ideas, list them out so that people can track and respond appropriately instead of making it that circle that I normally like to speak in. Set time limits. So give yourself 2 minutes to explain, then pause and ask, was that clear? Right? So quick, to the point, and then you can ask for clarity. And then lastly, keep the heart and trim the excess. So when we're having conversations with people, we can still be warm, we can still be loving and soft and encouraging and human and all of that while using fewer clear words. As I'm talking, I'm thinking of all the words that I could cut out of each of these sentences. This is hard, coach. Concise does
It,
not mean less heart. It simply means less clutter so that our heart can actually be heard. So I thought this was a powerful one. I'm gonna have to read it a few more times to learn the
this
lesson.
was not only a powerful one, but let's be honest on the coach's corner. Okay. A little
But
honest here this
gentle.
morning. Who on the coach's corner put a one in the comment if you were thinking about someone else and you're like, I wish they were on this today. I I might send them the recording. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not really. But
There's some ones
I'll
in
tell you
there.
someone that's concise too is Larry Carlton. Larry Carlton's concise. I just thought about him this morning. I'm like, no, it's not just John Wadsworth, it's Larry Carlton. Okay. I can go down the road. Okay. So Joe's concise too, Valerie. Not that you're not, Valerie. I'm just saying Joe's a concise human. Anyway, I'm going to start handing out compliments this morning. All right. I hope you guys have an amazing day. We love you. We'll see you back tomorrow to close out the week. Have a great Thursday. You're amazing. See you.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.
God
Have a
bless.
great day,
Thank you,
everybody.
Cole.
Great
Go
day out there.
Birds.
Love you
Take care,
all.
guys.